Welcome ISD 728 families and community members. Thank you for your time reviewing this information regarding the Rogers High School expansion evaluation. In this video, we'll walk through the data, the community process, and the ultimate decision-making factors that guided the school board's recommendation for our district's future. To give some background on our current position, we have to look at the numbers. While over half of Minnesota's school districts are seeing declining enrollment, ISD 728 has grown by more than 12% over the last decade. We are now the second fastest growing district in the state, with the majority of that growth concentrated in our southern schools, which are already at or above capacity. To address the growing enrollment and capacity concerns, ISD 728 engaged in a community collaborative process that's been used in the past. With the development of the ISD 728-2005 Community Facilities Task Force, the ISD 728 School Board then identified the needs and objectives of that task force's work. 1. Growth in the southern end of the district is nearing building capacity, and a long-term plan to address student population growth is needed. 2. Community engagement is highly valued, and the district will partner with our community stakeholders. And 3, that community project timeline would run from September through December of 2005, with recommendations delivered to the school board in mid-December. The committee evaluated projections that show without intervention by the 2030-2031 school year, middle schools in the southern end of the district will reach 116% capacity, and Rogers High School will hit 133% capacity. The task force delivered 2 primary paths. The top recommendation is to build a new 9-12 high school in Otsego to solve overcrowding long-term. An alternative concept involved building a new southern elementary school and adding on to Rogers High School. The task force also delivered statements of consultation outlining other strategic recommendations that were uncovered during their extensive research process. After receiving these recommendations, the school board tasked district administration with digging into the details of these proposals and preparing further evaluation of the opportunities and challenges in each solution design. One of the discussions surrounded the analysis of the expansion on Rogers High School and viability of that project as a solution. We specifically evaluated the feasibility of an addition to Rogers High School that would accommodate another 1,000 students, bringing the total capacity up to 2,900 students. For context, this would make it significantly larger than Elk River High School or Zimmerman Middle High School. As we evaluated this option, our first key finding involved physical constraints. Adding 1,000 students is the equivalent of placing an entire middle school campus onto the current Rogers High School campus. This would require 2 3-story wings and a massive expansion of essential support spaces like the gymnasium, cafeteria, and parking infrastructures. Another key finding found that land to accommodate the expansion would be a major hurdle. ISD 728 does not currently own land in the city of Rogers, and there is no land immediately available near the campus for purchase. Any potential acquisition would be uncertain, time-consuming, and potentially very costly. Safety and traffic were also concerns. Adding 1,000 students would require significant and expensive upgrades to the surrounding roadways and the 141st intersection, involving multiple government agencies and high infrastructure costs. We also looked at long-term stability. By 2040, the population of Otsego is projected to reach over 41,000 people. This led the board to weigh whether now is the right time to pursue a new high school in Otsego to align with where our community is continuing to grow. Another consideration had to do with the financial impact of a Rogers High School addition. This option was actually estimated to be more expensive per student than building a new high school in Otsego. Furthermore, the proposed Rogers High School expansion would likely be full again by the year 2035, meaning we would be revisiting these same capacity issues in just a few years. In our evaluation, we learned from colleagues across the state going through high school expansions, and we were cautioned on the student experience during construction time. A project of this scale means that the current Rogers High School students would likely spend nearly their entire 4-year high school career in an active, disruptive construction zone, with compromised access to cafeterias and athletic facilities. Again, this temporary solution of the Rogers High School expansion would likely be full again by 2035, meaning we would be revisiting the same capacity issues in just a few years with another disruptive expansion coming. Beyond construction, we must ensure programming equity throughout the district. District planning and facilitation is already challenged with schools of different grade configurations and student building sizes when planning for staffing and curriculum. A Rogers High School addition would create a new student campus model with nearly a third to double the student population of Elk River and Zimmerman Middle High School. An important variable was also considered as student extracurricular activities. If the district were to pursue a fourth high school in Otsego, it would still allow us to maintain the competitive, high-quality extracurriculars and specialized programming our district families have come to expect. This can be done through individual school teams at each of the two high schools and through cooperative models between Rogers and Otsego high school programming, as an example like we're doing with some of the areas in the district with hockey and gymnastics. In conclusion, the ISD 728 School Board recommends not pursuing the Rogers High School addition option. It is a high-cost, complex, and ultimately temporary fix. Instead, we are committed to a permanent solution that offers long-term stability, taxpayer value, and the educational experience our students deserve.